Today we have the all-new Nissan Serena ePower.
Yep.
What does ePower mean?
Well, in Nissan's books, the ePower is basically a hybrid car. I think it can be a little bit confusing because this car has a 1.2-litre petrol engine within itself. However, it's only used to charge the batteries. Only the batteries power the wheels.
Isn't that an electric vehicle then?
Yeah, so some may argue that it's an electric vehicle, some may think that it's a hybrid car. I think it's a hybrid car because of the 3-cylinder 1.2-litre engine that's within the car.
So this car still pumps petrol?
Yes, you can actually pump petrol to charge the batteries.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know much about MPVs. They all look like bread boxes to me.
Well, I have to disagree a little bit with you. I mean, yes, agree and disagree. It does look like look like a bread box, but however, it's very modern and relatively aggressive, all thanks to this V-Motion signature grille right here. This headlights, LED headlights that kind of resemble a little bit like the Alphard. But I think what really takes the cake in all this, in the blue accent, it's more of this color, the two-tone color, this with the black top and
roof.
wing mirrors. Right, I don't really know what this color is called, but in my eyes right here, it doesn't look too dull, it doesn't look too bright. It's kind of like brownish, maroonish, reddish kind of color, but it's really, really pleasant to the eyes.
Yeah. But I think people who buy MPVs aren't buying it for its looks, but more for its practicality.
I guess.
Why don't we check out the boot?
Let's do it. The Nissan Serena ePower is priced at just under $128,000. This car comes with a 100 kilowatt electric motor and it hence produces 134 brake horsepower and 320 Newton meters of torque. For more details on the Nissan Serena ePower or any other car, head on to sgCarMart.com to help you make the smart choice on your next car.
At the back of the Serena ePower is a very interesting tailgate. Normally you would open it like that, but if you are in some HDB multi-story car parks, you might not be able to open the whole thing. So this is what. Ta-da! And you can put your shopping inside like that. That said, the tailgate has no electric power, so it's all manual power, but the pneumatics make it rather easy to open. Back here, we have 280 litres worth of space, as you would expect from an MPV with a third row of seats. So Auntie's trolley can't go in like that, it can go in like that. There's quite a lot of storage under the boot floor, so the whole Auntie trolley can go back like that. And then one suitcase. If you want more space, you can fold down the seats. To put some more stuff. But if you want even more space, you can fold the seats one more time. But it requires a bit of sweat and muscle because these seats are heavy. Ta-da! Lots of space. And in this configuration, no problem for the entry trolley to the back seat. Before we do the back seat, a lot of people buy the MPVs for what? The sliding door to maneuver around car parks. But imagine you have a screaming kid in one hand, a week's worth of grocery in the other. You arrive at your car, your kid will kill you if you put him down. Your back will kill you if you put the bags down. So what do? Aha! Magic! And then you gently put your kid in here and throw all the groceries back in there and do this. Lovely stuff. As you expect from an MPV, there's tons of legroom in the middle row, but that's because this chair is at its most backward position. We can move it forward. You can see tons of legroom behind, but I have no room. But there will be ample leg space for everyone, depending on how you move your chair. Also, these chairs can be moved towards the middle so that people trying to get in the back will have an easier time. Equipment-wise, air conditioning and a tray with cup holders. Basically, that's it. For ISOFIX points, only these two seats. There are no ISOFIX points in the back row. And speaking of the back row, if they want to call this a 7-seater, we have to see how 3 fit in the back. So you can see we fit at 3 in the back quite comfortably. There's ample shoulder space, definitely a lot of leg room depending on how the middle row is configured, but there will be enough room. My only small complaint is I'm seated in the middle of 2 seats, so it might not be that comfortable for me.
All right.
Yeah, but space-wise, it's perfect. To the front.
Now, I had the car for a couple of nights before this, and I gotta say, I mean, apart from the obvious that this car is perfect for the family because of the space, this car actually makes for a perfect road trip car. Now, you don't even have to have a family to want to buy this car. If you're the sort of person who loves going for road trips and all that kind of stuff, this car is for you, and I'll tell you why. You don't just get the normal cubby holes here for you to put your water. You actually get nicely hidden cup holders right here. Another extra space here, 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 and of course, the glove box. You can put your passport, water, drinks, wallet. You can put your passenger stuff all over the car and you can still hide it neatly. But more importantly and more relevantly, I'm faced with this really nicely shaped steering wheel, multifunctional, that can control all these kinds of stuff right here. But all these aren't really my priority right now. I mean, this being an MPV, this being a hybrid MPV, there are other things in mind. Like when you first come in, right? I first noticed these 2 buttons right here. One is charge and one is, I can't really describe this, just a man with a guy just doing this. I don't even know what that is. You have the hazard light, you have the camera. But here's the thing. I'm not too sure if you guys can actually hear it, but I can actually charge the car and you can hear this growling from the inside, and you kind of know that the car is charging itself now, and actually shows in the screen right here. Now, let's just say, for example, last night I picked my daughter up and she was really tired, she needed to sleep, and I wanted to charge the car, right? So there was full juice today, but it was just too noisy. So what I did was just press the guy with the finger to the lip, and it becomes silent again. Of course, that just means that the battery wouldn't be charged, but I mean, it's quiet, it's comfortable, who cares, right? The seats are very comfortable. Now, I kind of like this whole armrest thing. It kind of makes you feel like a boss when you're driving, like one hand, this hand right here resting, the other hand right here. Makes you feel very comfortable, very premium. This whole piano black also adds on to the whole premium feel to the car. Center console is really nothing much to shout about except for the fact that there are a lot of cubby holes all around. Plastic feel, not really leather soft that you would expect for a car that costs about $128,000. But here's the thing, it kind of feels really solid. Feels like, you know, can last you a really, really long time. Man, I feel right at home in this car, man. I actually genuinely like this car. Could well be one of the best MPVs that I've sat in thus far, but can it be the best in its class? It's one way to find out.
So, the Serena ePower,
Yep.
how does it drive?
Well, it's very comfortable, actually. I mean,
I agree.
okay, I'm just gonna say this out, like, you know,
Okay.
I'm still young, I'm still hippie, I'm still trendy. This wouldn't be the car on my radar. But after
Okay.
driving this car for the first time for a couple of nights, I wouldn't mind having this car. I'm not too sure why, I can't really pinpoint it. I mean, it looks decent. I'm just really impressed with how comfortable I really am in this car while driving this. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very comfort biased. The seats are nice and it's very soft, and with the armrest it sort of like cocoons you in your
Makes me
own
feel like a boss.
world.
Like
a boss.
Like I'm never in this kind of position because it always, I never want to take things for granted on the road. So I'm always like this, like, you know,
Okay.
be a responsible driver as much as I can, but
Yeah.
I just feel like I can just handle it like this.
Yeah, but one small complaint on my part is the armrest is a little too high for me that I end up like...
Oh, it's perfect for me, man. I mean, like, it's just right there.
Yeah, I can see that you're very comfortable.
I am genuinely comfortable, and I'm actually quite surprised. I mean, of course, I'm not going to expect some godlike super speedy performance from this, but I think the Serena ePower gives you all these comfort on the road, plus a little bit more.
Yeah.
When it comes to straight line performance, now as we go, with 320 Newton meters of torque, that's how it actually goes. It's just how, oh, even he gives way. Check it out. That's nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
the
wow.
PHV gave way.
Lovely stuff. So it gives you comfort, and it gives you that little bit of Speedy Gonzalez kind of attitude that you don't expect.
Yes.
And 320 Newton meters of torque is just like what, 25 to 30 Newton meters shy of the Golf GTI, and that's a hot hatch.
Yeah.
So and you can haul like 5 people at the back, man, in comfort.
Yes. Speaking of the engine performance, it drives rather differently from most cars, right?
Yes, it does.
The moment you lift off your pedal, there's that regenerative braking.
Exactly. It didn't take me long for me to get used to the whole regenerative braking. In fact, I spent just a couple of hours with the car and I got very used to it.
Okay.
So lifting my feet off just allows the car to come to a complete halt even without me having my foot on the brake pedal. And I like it very much. It feels like I don't even have to change brake pad for at least 4 years. So I think we all need to get used to the jarring sound when you charge the battery.
Yes.
You can feel that
the petrol generator kicking in.
you know, it's I don't even know if it's like I mean, it is a generator, but it sounds like a growling little, and it doesn't sound nice. Like, it sounds more strained and stirring.
Yes. I think you nailed it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think it's all about getting used to. Like right now, it's actually on charge, and we don't really feel it because we already got used to it. But if we were to just press this quiet button right now and it becomes quiet all over again, you realize that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I were to charge it again and then we have to get used to the whole thing all over again, the sound.
Yeah, I guess when you switch it off, then you can appreciate that this is an electric
full-on
motor running the car. There's no engine noise.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's like driving the MG, right? We had to take a while to get used to the wheezing, the whining sound.
Yeah.
Whenever you floor the accelerator, I think it's the same as this one.
Yeah, it's a matter of getting used to, but I would say for some people it might kill them.
Yeah, I guess.
One moment you're in silence, comfort, and the next moment it's like...
And it's all the way.
So how's the handling like?
It's not the best, and it's not the best. It's an MPV, right? It's tall and stuff, so you don't really expect much. So when you do this kind of small little bend turns, you kind of feel the body going a little bit. Like, you don't really want to push so much, but then again, buyers of this car are not going to put that as priority.
Yeah.
You're not going to drive like an idiot with your kids and family behind, right? With passengers behind and all that kind of stuff. But that said, I think it's still very forgivable.
Yeah.
All these small little setbacks, to me, it's a small quibble. I can overlook them very easily. I think it excels what it's supposed to do, which is comfort, drivability, space.
Yeah.
The Serena ePower definitely excels in those aspects.
Okay. So as always, we have will buy, won't buy, or go try the Serena ePower.
Yep.
Do you have an answer?
I kind of have 2 answers, but I think it's like emotional and logical, but I think I'll go with the emotional.
Okay, I have 2 answers as well.
Okay.
And I think it's emotional as well.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1.
Will buy. Won't buy?
Will buy?
Will buy? You won't buy?
I won't buy, but you will buy.
I will buy. I will buy this car.
Okay, why?
Like, genuinely,
Why?
I will buy this car. I'll buy this car for 3 simple reasons. Number 1, it is so comfortable. I can fit so many people at the back easily.
Yeah.
Okay, but then again, I don't know if it's a valid reason, because an MPV being comfortable should be a given.
Yes.
Right? So let's not count that as a reason. Let's just say my first reason is because it's a car with a perfect proposal.
Okay.
You don't even need to have range anxiety. Now, this car is only powered, the wheels are powered by the electric motor.
Yes.
And to charge the batteries, you only need to pump petrol, which will take you 10 minutes like any other regular car. Now, if this is a full electric car, which also just basically means the batteries power the wheels, you'll have to take what, half an hour full charge? Or fast charge? Or like 7 hours for a full charge?
Yeah.
Which is way too long, right? And I have to be living in a landed, blah, 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 and I'll always have to plug in and worry about whether or not I'll find an electric lot at certain malls.
Yeah.
With this, I don't have to. No range anxiety, no trouble, no fuss. Just pump petrol and just go.
Yeah.
Right? Secondly, for 128,000 or just under 128,000, a hybrid MPV, can you actually find something like that now?
Not really, you know.
Right, I mean, several seven-seater SUVs would cost more and wouldn't be as comfortable.
At the back, definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely go for it. And for the third reason, with this, it actually shows me that Nissan is doing a really, really impressive job with its hybrid capabilities. And
Okay.
perhaps even electric cars in the future.
Okay.
So in other words, if someone were to come to me and say, would you ever buy a Nissan hybrid? My answer would now be yes.
Okay.
It would have been a no for sure.
Okay.
But now it would definitely be a strong, firm yes because
Because of this
the
car.
Serena ePower.
Okay. For me, it's a won't buy, but I would say for most people, I would tell them go try.
Yes.
Okay. The
But
reason,
emotionally speaking, it would be a won't buy.
yeah, because when I drove this car, the petrol generator engine thingy,
Yes.
the sound of it kills me.
Right, only when you're charging it, lah. Of
Yeah,
course, when
when
you
you're
press the
charging
charge
the
and you
car.
hear the generator.
You know,
Okay,
when you're
okay.
cruising on pure electric power and suddenly the generator kicks in, it's very jarring for me. But maybe because I only had this car for a few hours yesterday, I didn't have a chance to get used to it.
Probably.
So-
But
so-
that's so harsh, right?
Uh,
I thought it was very forgivable. To me, it's like it's not a big issue at all. I can completely live with it.
okay, maybe because it was first impressions for me. Like the moment I started the car,
Right.
I-
Okay, fair enough.
it's
I get
unlike
that. I get
most
that.
hybrid cars where you start and you're in EV mode, where everything is silent and tranquil.
Hmm.
The first time I started this car, the generator kicked in and it was this weird non-petrol engine like sound. That I was
Okay,
wondering is like, am I killing the car? But it was actually just a petrol engine generating electric power.
Fair enough. Fair
And
enough.
I had to drive up a basement car park. So up the
Oh,
slope, up the
right.
slope, it was even worse.
You have to accelerate and you have to hear.
Yeah,
the
it was
okay.
just like, it's like, oh,
Okay.
I literally stopped and I wondered if I didn't release the foot brake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But that said, I was very surprised that 3 could fit in the back so comfortably.
Right.
And the middle row, the seats are very customizable and
Okay.
and very
Oh yeah,
com-
very
very comfortable.
With just a catch, you can just pull it wide, put it
Yeah.
back in. You know, there's certain MPVs where you have to fold the seat and fold another time before you get in.
Yeah.
Not quite this.
Yeah,
this is just very
It
straightforward.
was very easy to get into the back row. As far as an MPV is concerned, I think this car does its job perfectly. I like the electric side gates.
Right.
The kick
okay.
sensor side gates.
Okay.
It's so well thought of.
Yeah. You know what the best part about having sliding doors is? You don't have to worry about your passengers opening the car doors
And,
too wide
yeah,
and knocking in, right?
and
It'll
then
just be
yeah, and it's easy to put your kid in.
very easy.
yeah,
Very easy. As
with a
I've
sliding door.
tried last
Yeah.
night. Very easy.
Yeah, I think most people with families would love sliding doors. Magic.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. I would think anyone who's in the market for MPV, they have to try the Serena ePower.
They need to. They need to.
Because at its price is a very good deal from an AD, a hybrid 7-seater MPV from an AD at its price. But try it so that you can see for yourself whether you can
Get used to it.
get used to the unique setup of the Serena ePower.
Wait, I think that was really spot on. It is a unique setup actually.
Yeah.
This is a very unique setup. But yeah, well, go try the car. So that's basically our review of the Serena ePower. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and comment in the comment box below. Let us know whether or not you will buy, won't buy, or go try the car. And also don't forget to click on the bell notification so that you'll be notified every time we upload new videos.
Yes.
Thank you for watching.
Till next
Till
time.
next time.